Hi, in this video we are going to learn how to use the data captured in a Google form and automatically trigger a template message when a lead or some data is captured on that Google form. We will use DoubleTick to send a template message on a Google form submission. We will also show you how to capture data like email address or date of birth and accordingly automate the birthday message for that particular lead. So first of all, we are going to head on to creating a Google form, and I'll show you from scratch how to create a Google form, link it with a Google Sheet, and following which we will create the bot in DoubleTick. So first, let's create a new form. We will name the form as customer information. Now, this can be both a form that you can share with your customer or your internal team members can fill, maybe at your store, at your shop, or even online. First will be name of the customer, or you can even mention full name. Okay, so this is going to be short answer type, right? Data validation is very important. And the second question we are going to definitely need is the phone number. As you already know that WhatsApp entirely runs with phone numbers along with country code, we would also have to use something called a response validation. By clicking on the three dot and response validation, you will have to ensure that this is a phone number according to the particular country entered properly. Now, in order to ensure, for example, in India, phone number starts with 91. The country code itself is 91 and it is a 10-digit phone number in India. So what we will do is, we will click on number is between 91 followed by 10 zeros, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And the number should fall in between this range. So the end of the range would be 91 followed by 10 times 9. 99999 99999. In case the entered value does not fall in this range, it will show an error. Please enter a valid Indian phone number. With this, we ensure that at any given point of time, the data that we get for the phone number column is always a valid number with the country code, and the message gets seamlessly triggered. In case the phone number data does not have a country code, the message would not get triggered because WhatsApp doesn't, or WhatsApp is not able to understand a 10-digit phone number without a country code. And in the third question, we will ask your month or your date of birth, right? Instead of using the date format, what we are going to use is a typical number format. Now why? Because whenever we ask people for the date of birth directly, they would put in their DD, MM and year of birth format, which would be a past date. So we will do a response validation here as well. So a date typically is a number which lies in between 1 and 31 because there are no months in the calendar which is beyond 31 days. And next we are going to select month birth. Awesome. So we can click on add all, right? And we will get the data as January, February, March, April up to December. Okay. So now that this particular Google form is created, we are going to once view this form. Looks amazing. Now what we are going to do is we are going to link this by clicking on responses and link it to a Google Sheet. Here you have an option to select an existing spreadsheet, but we are going to create a new spreadsheet and name it as customer data, and we will create. Great. Now you can see that a new spreadsheet has been created with customer data, timestamp, full name, phone number, date of birth, and month of birth. Here, if we are getting the data in form of the month being January, February, we would have to write a custom formula to pass the data to DoubleTick. Alternatively, what you can do is you can change this and these values. Instead of drop down, you can also make it a short answer. And in this short answer, you can basically put a response validation number is between 0, 1 and 1, 2. Enter month in format. Great. Once we save this, we are going to be able to see that we are going to capture the data properly in DDMM format. For example, if we enter a date like 67, it would show us the error. So I have to properly enter my date DD of my date of birth along with the month, which I cannot enter as 15, right? But if I enter as 11, it means on the 9th day of the 11th month, right? That is on 9th of November, I'm going to receive my birthday wish, right? So what I'll do next is I'll go to DoubleTick and I'll go to the Bot Studio. In the Bot Studio, we are going to create a new bot. Okay. Now, what does this bot do? This bot basically triggers a message, a template message to the customer whenever a new lead is captured on the Google Sheet via the Google form. And also schedule a message for birthday, right? So we'll start putting the components. Here the trigger is the entry of a data from the Google form into the Google Sheet named customer data. So we are going to come to triggers and use the trigger as on new row Google Sheet. Okay. So first time you would need to click on sign in with Google and you would have to select the account under which the Google Sheet exists. You can see which account is associated by going to your Google Sheet, and on the right hand side you will be able to see the email address. So this is the same one that you have to use. Once you allow all the permissions, you would be able to see the Google Sheet which is named customer data. Amazing. Now that the Google Sheet is being selected, we need to map the phone number column of the Google Sheet along with DoubleTick over here. So we'll click on select phone number column, and here we have the phone number column, which is basically our C column header, right? We are going to select over here. Next, we are going to go ahead and send a template message, right? Whenever there is going to be an entry into the Google Sheet. So we'll come to the action section and click on send template. We will link the two and we will select one of our template messages. Great. Now this part is pretty straightforward. What if you want to use the name in the Google Sheet and pass it in the template variable? For that, we will be selecting a template which has got the name variable. Here, we need to click on this green icon, which is a variable mapper, and we need to select the component on new row Google Sheet, from where we will take the full name of the customer and pass it in the variable. This will ensure that the name of the customer captured in the Google Sheet is passed on in the template. Next, in order to ensure that we are scheduling the birthday message, we will use the component wait till. So the wait till component will help us to ensure that the bot is scheduling a birthday message according to the date and month mentioned in the data in the Google form. So what we will do, we will click on the variable mapper again, and we are going to use the date of birth, give a slash, we will give a month of birth, we will give another slash, and we are going to use this current year, which is 2024. All you need to do every year is to come back to the bot and change the year when year 2024 becomes 2025. Okay, important question now, when do you want this message to go on the date of birthday? Ideally in the morning, so we will select at 9:15 a.m. right? Since it is 24-hour format, we will select 9:15. It will automatically trigger it in the morning, and we'll need to select the time zone. Awesome. Now this bot looks perfect. We will save this bot, and we will also discuss about a couple of other use cases wherein you not only want to send a template message on the date of the birthday, but before that as well. So let's say we schedule one of the template messages by using the action send template at 9:15 a.m. on the date of birthday, right? We will go ahead and select one of our templates, but at the same time, you also want to wish the customer 2 days in advance for their birthday while promoting some or the other product related discount that they can get for their birthday. For that particular reason, we have created a sub trigger named as trigger before schedule time. That means this particular date that we will receive in Google Sheet, if we want to have a template delivered 1 or 2 days in advance to that date, that also can be done. So we'll click on trigger before schedule date, and we will say that 2 days before the birthday, we would want to send a message to the customer, a template message, and we are going to select the template and we are going to link it. You can go ahead and select a template as per your choice. Even other than 2 days before, let's say you want another trigger to happen 7 days before, right? That can also be done at a specific time. And here, let's say 7 days before the birthday, we want to send a message at 5:30 p.m. So we'll say 17:30 Kolkata time zone. So this trigger will fire 7 days before the birthday at 5:30 p.m. I hope I'm able to clarify the deeper concept. And why am I showing this is because this is the same concept that we use to create bots which ensures that you provide reminders or payment reminders or bill payment due reminders to customers basis the invoicing date, right? And let's say we select another template. Now this will ensure that whenever a data is received from a Google form into a Google Sheet containing the name, phone number, date and month, automatically first a template would immediately get triggered. Then the bot is going to schedule a message on the date of birthday, and subsequent triggers would be 2 days before and 7 days before, right? We will save the bot. And we are going to switch it on. Okay, let's test it out then. Here we are going to now enter the name of the customer, the phone number. You will be able to see if I enter random data, the Google form would not allow me to submit it. So I would have to put in a proper phone number. Okay, we'll also put the date and the month. Let's say I want it on 28th of February, right? And I click on submit. Awesome. Now, we'll come to DoubleTick. As you can see that a template message has been automatically triggered. So we'll come to WhatsApp and see as well. Yeah, we have received the template message automatically on the submission of the Google Sheet. Also to note, if we go to DoubleTick and we see the recent bot run for this customer, we can see that when the Google Sheet row got triggered, the bot had automatically sent a template, and the bot is now waiting till certain dates. These are the dates that the bot will wait till to schedule the subsequent template messages that we have kept for 7 days in advance, 2 days in advance, and on the date of the birthday. With this, you can not only create bots to ensure that you are wishing your customers on anniversary or on their birthdays, you can even create bots to remind your customers on certain different data parameters, like the date of their policy renewal, the date of your subscription renewal, or on the date of payment. And it is also going to be really easy to basically go ahead and change the trigger. For example, if you would want to change the data directly on DoubleTick and you don't need this Google Sheet, all you can do is remove this component. So basically, on webhook trigger is used to receive information from any other third-party CRM, which can be like Shopify or WooCommerce, Pipedrive, Zoho, Salesforce, or any other custom CRM or ERP. Or if you have an in-house CRM or ERP, you can ask your developer to pass on JSON data onto this particular webhook. You can copy the webhook. I'll show you with some sample information as well how your developer can test out the webhook, maybe by going on to Postman. The method selected would be post, and we are going to paste the webhook URL. So here in the body, we do not need authorization. In the body, we will basically send some test data. It is always important to pass the phone number along with the country code. And here also we are going to pass the anniversary date. The format to be used is DDMMYY. We are going to send this data. Okay. Now if you click on the capture response, you will be able to see that in the view response data, this data has been received via the webhook. A similar kind of data is also received via from WooCommerce or Shopify, in case you are copying a webhook from over here and pasting it onto the event in your WooCommerce or Shopify. Similar to a Google form, we need to map the phone number, right? And we are going to select this. Okay, now as you might already been thinking that instead of the data which was coming in segregated date month format from this webhook, the data is coming properly in dd/mm/yyyy format from the webhook. So you can in fact now map the variable of on webhook anniversary date and accordingly apply the same concept and the same logic by changing these templates to anniversary templates, and accordingly even in the body pass maybe a static discount percentage or any other variable that you have created in the template, you can use the data received from the webhook over here. And that explains us a couple of concepts which comes under advanced bots to create anniversary or birthday or similar event based bots to receive data from a Google form and from a webhook. And with that, I hope you would be able to integrate most of your systems by applying the same concepts. Thanks a lot for patiently watching this entire video and learning the concepts of the triggers on webhook, on Neuro Google Sheet, and linking them with action components. Thank you.